Before the clout and chaos, there was just the signal.
Not a brand, not a coin. WagMe is conviction, forged in bear markets, fueled by belief. Ton isn't just a chain. It's the protocol for the next billion. Fast, final, limitless. This isn't a stream. It's a signal. Alpha Leak Live. And if you're here, you've already made it.
Come on, baby.
Welcome in.
Bro, let's go. Welcome, everybody. What's good? Episode 3, Alpha Leak Live. This is actually our second one this week. And we are with the man, the myth, the legend himself, fresh off some sticker pack madness. Victor, the RP guy. What's good, bro?
GM, thank you for having me. And thanks everyone for watching. Make sure to retweet it. Speaking of which, let me go and do that myself. And yes, this is accurate. The Azuki sticker pack was just sold out. I literally just posted breaking news as we've been already here. And it is incredible. I can tell you the official statistics about this one if you wonder. So there has been 3,333 NFT stickers. There is 2,632 unique owners now. And there is 112,000 people that try to buy it, causing an entire sticker store to go down. So guys, I mean, it's like, yeah, there is over 100,000 people trying to get 3,000 stickers. So it's,
that is,
that's the result we got. Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Dude, I was trying to grab the sticker pack because I'm like, wait a minute, like let me see like what's
Bro,
going
I gave up. I really gave up. I was like, no, I mean, it's just not happening. I can't. Definitely not gonna get one because at some point I was like, yo, they just broke up the place, and now constantly everyone's sitting refreshing in magnitude of tens of thousands and 100,000 people. I mean, I was like, you know what? I got something else to do right now.
I mean, dude, it was crazy, man. Like I literally was trying to open up the sticker shop and it was just like black. And I was just like, come on, you got to be kidding me right now. It's been absolutely bonkers, this sticker stuff, man.
Yeah, and the thing is, it's only getting started. There are still improvements that needs to be made, and Sticker Store also brought that they're thinking over like some sort of white listing, because I mean, this is insane amount of people that are trying to get them, and then I mean, it's very small pool of people that will. How do we make it a little bit more fair? Because I mean, if it's like a massive launch like this, it's gonna crash the servers probably every time. Yeah, so.
Wow.
But overall, it's crazy to see all the brands coming in. I think you've noticed recently there has been Chimpers that came in. Azuki created the channel. Chimpers also sold out a small collection of like 555 pieces, I believe. And it's been like 40 seconds or something and completely sold out, also like this. Recently, also Moonbirds created the channel. There is already a set of stickers been sold before. I mean, more and more brands joining in, and they understand this craze and they see the numbers. They're like, wow, we want to have exposure to this.
Yeah.
And then the market for NFTs on Ton been doing incredibly well. There's been like several days, I think at least 3 or 4, that Ton flipped Ethereum in volume, including off-chain and on-chain trades, which is phenomenal.
Yeah.
And one of the days it was like 9 something millions versus 3 millions. It's like literally 3x of what it had. But yeah, I feel like people are right now doing some research, because when you look at this gift ecosystem, for example, it's a big one, right? And there is 100 collections around that right now. And the supply of some collections is like 500,000. How do you do the research in that if you used to like 10K PFP collections that, you know, is struggling to sell out at times, where here is the collection of 100K sold out in like, I don't know, 20 minutes. Like how you doing research into the trades going further? It's a good question. And I think a lot of people now diving into what they like. I've shared about the models, which is also
hold on, back up, because we need to give people that are maybe just tuning into this let's do a proper intro for you. You know what I mean? Like,
of course.
Proper intro. So tell us, give us the background, right? Because I wanted to give you the proper intro, right? Where it was like Victor, Ton Blockchain. Tell everybody essentially who you are, and then we'll jump into the specifics.
Of course. Well, I'm Victor. I've been at Ton already for the last like 1.5 years. I've joined last year. and I'm global community lead. And our community team is actually expanding. I think there is supposed to be an announcement today coming out on Tom blockchain page, so you will see and understand a little more from there. But we're taking care of the community-centric interactions and making sure that there is educational content being produced that is on point with all the details and information. So it is quite a lot, and then I post daily breaking news beside all the community interaction spaces, live streams, etc.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been a phenomenal journey. There is a lot happening, and a lot to be yet announced today. I would assume like an hour, about that, plus minus,
Yeah.
maybe a bit more.
You got more alpha coming on the way.
Oh, of course. I mean,
This doesn't stop with you guys, man.
even today, there is more alpha that we all looking forward to. And I mean, I just wait. You'll see it on the timeline.
No, my friend. I'm gonna get it out of you by the end of this
Yeah.
conversation, my bro. Trust me, you are gonna spill some beans today. So
I mean, Azuki just spun some beans and just sold it out, So it's like I don't have any more to add at this point right now. So we're gonna wait at least until some announcements coming out. So.
all right, so let's get into it, because we'll do like the mushy fancy stuff a little bit later, but like we like to start these alpha leaks off like literally super hard hitting. So I mean, just given everything, like the massive explosive rise of Telegram's collectibles, I think it was since you guys launched, I think it was late last year. It's now almost $20 million plus. You got $10 million plus in trading volume on secondary markets. And that's on a secondary market, meaning on Palace, which is not even like that's not even Sticker Shop, which is developing their own marketplace. So how has this entire, I guess, like gift marketplace, like how is it fueling, I guess, liquidity, user engagement? Like give us the numbers, give us the Lolo.
So first of all, there is two different things, and people at times getting them mixed up. There is gifts and there is stickers. They are not the same, and I will explain. So let's start with gifts. They've been released by the Telegram themselves, and this is fully controlled by Telegram. There is no third-party developers that are allowed to do so. So, and they released the first gifts in the end of 2024, and they became upgradable at the new year with a new update that got stuck in the Apple review, and it took maybe a day or two to also be reflecting on the iPhone.
Right.
So since the year of 2025, gifts only became upgradable and became tradable. So that's a whole market developed by Telegram, and they released plus minus around 100 collections. I actually could check the stats for you, but it will take me a minute to find as well. But in the short saying, the first OG bundle had several gifts, and for example, Plush Pepe was one of these gifts.
Yeah.
And then Plush Pepe today is like the 5th most expensive NFT collection across all chains, and it is a phenomenal result. What I'm trying to say is it happened because it's small supply. It got integrated directly display inside of Telegram. And what's interesting with gifts, they can be integrated by the massive mini apps as well, because they are assets on Tom. And so there is like gaming studios like Goat Gaming that is building right now the game for the Plush Pepe. So for you to understand, it's like the real utility of gifts hasn't even kicked in. People don't even have any idea what is it going to be like, but it is a tremendous progress. And then there is stickers. Stickers being created via Sticker Store, which is Notcoin and Docs who originally created the Sticker Store.
Yeah.
And so then the individual IPs and brands from other ecosystem could launch their stickers. And so Palace Marketplace, which I mean, is for stickers. And then for gifts, there is Tonal, and there is Portals, there is Get Gems, there is Fragment. So it's different places when you go for them. And it's very different assets too. Because one released by the team of people with third-party developers coming in on board and releasing their IP, and Telegram who is doing everything completely themselves and not even caring.
Okay. So the IP that's coming now, like, because you guys have had some massive IP, like we were just mentioning obviously earlier. I saw there was a Pudgy's NASCAR drop, I believe it was yesterday.
Yes, that was yesterday. It was also sold out very quick. Yes.
It's wild. So now that IP is now coming over and launching sticker collections. Are these just collectibles? Like, what's the deal?
Yeah, so they are collectibles. The whole thing is evolving. I would refer to the Sticker Store in their official announcement. And they actually, Alex did a live stream yesterday. There has been a recap written in English that I really suggest people to read through as well. But yeah, so basically they are the ones that also yet to tokenize them. So they are collectibles and they onboarding other IPs. They've onboarded several Puka, Baby Doge. They have also their own stickers of dogs, etc. And now they also onboarded Azuki. They also onboarded the Pudgy Penguins with the NASCAR. Pudgy Penguins had several collections, Baby Shark, etc. You name it.
Yeah.
And it's going to continue. What's interesting here is that Pavel Durov also has free stickers, free packs, and he also has the paid ones, but because people send them. So he has used the sticker store. So on that end, and you see sticker store still exists, it's still functioning, no one blocked it. And trust me, Pavel Durov himself is aware that it exists. So
I like that.
I'd say that's a positive outlook. But for more information, I would refer to sticker story on this.
Okay.
But by the way, speaking of the numbers, I wanted to get back to it.
Let's go.
So as for the gifts, we got to go into gifts first.
Yeah.
So there is 200,000 wallets, unique wallets that already traded gifts. Okay.
Holy shit.
So yeah, 1/5 of a million already has tried to trade them across the platforms, etc. Then in total, there is 110 collections. Not all of them are upgraded. We got to get to it. So out of the primary sales of the gifts was 36 million. That's the money that Telegram made. Okay. The primary sales was 36 mil. That's what Telegram got from selling this sticker, is selling these gifts. God. I mean, they're making a lot of money even just issuing them, and though they don't issue them usually at the expensive price.
Yeah.
So also more than 56% of wallets that traded gifts are new wallets created after the gifts became tradable.
Brand new wallets.
Yes, exactly. So it's onboarding a whole new people previously never experiencing trades on blockchain. So that's another important thing. Yes. So 200K wallets, more than 100K of them is new wallets that only came because of the gifts.
Wow. That is
so anyways, going further, upgraded gifts already 77 collections, and unupgraded is 33.
What does upgrade mean? When you say upgrade, what does that like? What does that mean?
Perfect question. So when Telegram releases gift at first, is just so you could buy it, and you have it before converting it into the unique collectible. The unique collectible conversion is like a mint of the NFT. Usually happens sometime later once they finish the designs.
Right.
And so once you reveal what the NFT you have, then there's 21-day waiting period until you actually can trade them and send them. So yes, and so that's like a minting process. So at first people just buy the NFT before the reveal, then they reveal the actual NFT, then they wait 21 days until they can send or sell it, and then they do whatever they wish with this. So yeah, currently there is 77 updated gifts and 33 not.
Holy shit. I mean,
so ready to go further, or you have questions at this
No,
stage?
I mean, listen, you don't gotta. All right, I get the flex.
Let's continue with the data. Let's finish with this one, and then we go into discussion. So the current market cap of all Telegram NFT gifts is $200 million. That's the market cap. It's like a meme coin, technically, at this point. It's not even that big. Fully diluted valuation right now is $285 million. So you see there is... So there is a little, I'd say like 1/3 of the fully diluted versus the market cap currently.
Okay.
Plus minus, okay.
Okay, so now how do you, what is your specific role in all of this madness and all these crazy ass numbers, right? I see the title, it's Global Community Lead. I go to your page, I see you dancing on fucking Teslas. Bro, you seem like you have the best goddamn gig. Forget in Web3, like you got one of the best jobs in the world, right? Like, so how do you fit into all this? What is like walk me through, what do you do like on a daily basis?
Yeah, this is perfect. Well, I make sure that the news are delivered to the community, that the community is aware of what's happening, that all the accurate information is being put out, as well as that our KOLs inside of the ecosystem is also aware of what's happening. Besides that, I'm supporting constantly community and representing publicly on the spaces as well, besides managing the team. Before that, I also have been, I have a thread written on my page actually about this somewhere in my highlights. It takes time to find it, but it's there. I've been the reply guy of Tom Blockchain for all this time, technically myself. So majority of the replies written from Tom, written by me. then the GM post on Tom Blockchain being written by me. The artist who is doing the art that we've been posting often on our GM post on Twitter has been also my friend who I brought on board since I've joined. So we have actually good art that highlights the community activities and the cultural phenomena. And for example, there is several of them. Like you've seen them a lot in the artworks. Is Resistance Dog and there is Ucha, because they are two of the mascots of the Telegram itself.
Yeah.
And they are very deep inside of the Tom culture. And these are some of the strongest communities. So as any other community, of course, they are highlighted inside of those artworks. So those are just a couple examples. But if you go into it, there's of course more. But we'll stick to this part. I'm taking care of overall our presence on X and
how big is your
making
team?
sure people get the information. Right now, we're just expanding. The announcement will come today. But there is several people that we just got on board that going to help me manage the pages going further. And so we're capturing much more activity, attending more spaces, organizing more spaces and live streams, and sharing even more information in time. So
like this.
Yeah, it's just growing in volume. The same what I do, just grow in volume. That's it.
Yeah, I was just like looking up, just trying to see if I was like, did I actually manage to actually get these stickers? I'm like, no, I actually didn't. But then when I'm looking at it, I'm like, wait a minute. Don't forget Azukis. Don't forget the little people, right? The WagmiHub and the WagmiHub team who put you in touch from that space. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't forget the little guys.
Yeah.
Man, come on. These things are probably...
Yeah, that's why I'm saying we need a whitelist, right?
Yeah,
we all want whitelists.
I'm saying, man, we need it.
Bro, there is hundreds of thousands of people wanting it. Of course we need whitelists. It's like, how else we gonna, like what? We're gonna do the drop of the size? I doubt it. And then I don't think so it will be even positive as much, because the interest is that it's a low supply, right?
Yeah. I mean, so all right, let's get into maybe some a little bit more, because we take community questions. We come up with some provocative and bold questions like of our own. We do different segments, right? But I always like kind of just
before we go into it.
Yeah,
I also wanted to ask, because you've been asking me about the total volume for like all the different things, and so for the gifts, the total volume in dollars been 82 million plus minus. $82 million of gifts been traded in total across different marketplaces. Yeah.
Wow. That's
the amount of value that passed through the hands. It's still very, like, it's little comparing to what's really possible.
I mean, when you look at the grand scheme of like how many users, like 950 million, you guys are close to almost 1 billion active users at this point, like on Telegram. Yeah. So
Telegram has over 1 billion monthly active users. Pavel Durov, celebrated that publicly. The long time ago have over 1 billion users overall, but the monthly active users only recently surpassed 1 billion. Yeah.
You spoken to Pavel before?
No, well, I tweeted at him. I'm sure he may have seen some of my tweets too at times. It's but I mean, no, I haven't spoken to him. I could have if I went to France, but I don't go to France. I don't like France.
It doesn't seem like France is a very friendly country at this point.
I publicly issued a statement. I'm never going to France and Paris until they fix their fucking issues. And I'm sorry to say it, but it's like, guys, you got to fix things, because I mean, I'm not feeling safe going there.
Is he still there?
Yes, I mean, he's still. He had the interview recently with the Tucker Carlson, the new one, and he shared a lot of insight. So I suggest you watch after this podcast with me. But he shared that he's still restricted from traveling abroad of France, but he got denied to travel to US. He got denied travel to Freedom Forum in Oslo, but he got approved to travel to Dubai. I think it's because his headquarters are in Dubai and because he's a citizen of both. But then, they're still restricting him from traveling because the investigation is ongoing, which is, very unclear situation, even to Pavel himself. And he shares a lot of insights on the interview. Yeah. As, like, for example, they said Telegram was not cooperating. That was not true. And Pavel pointed out that he told them, hey, guys, you just haven't been following the procedure. It's here. It's the official one. They tried, it works, and then they released the news that, now Telegram cooperates. No, that's a wrong news. Telegram had this process all this time, and you guys ignored it, and now you tried, it works, and you now make the news that Telegram cooperates. That's not the case. It's just, if it's a legal request, if it's a legal procedure, it would have been just according to that. There is laws in the Europe that Telegram is compliant anyways. Yeah. So to my point, that is was because of France not knowing. But more details in Pavel's interview. I will leave it at that.
Yeah, fair. It's so crazy, man. When you just look at this whole shit and how everything kind of
Yeah.
keeps operating. Because I remember, like, I interviewed Sasha, one of the Notcoin founders, like on the first Alpha Leak, right? And we were talking about it, and I was like, "You've never met Pavel?" And he's like, "No." And I'm like, "You guys are literally the guys that are running this whole operation to me, it seems like." And I'm like, "You've never spoken, you've never talked." And they're like, "Nah, like no need, like we're good, like we know what we got to do, like we know what we're building." And I just find it so fascinating how everything is kind of like set up with you guys. So interesting stuff. I'm definitely going to go check out that interview for sure.
Yeah.
Appreciate it. Yeah, good stuff. All right, so let's ask a couple. We'll get into the hard hitting questions maybe a little bit later, but we ask kind of community questions and we kind of put some together. Some say Telegram's collectible gifts are just a passing fad with no real utility or long-term value. What do you say?
That's actually, overall a great concern to first of all to address. I've written a tweet about this, I think 2 days ago, if I'm not mistaken, but it's coming from people not knowing because they've never been in Ton and Telegram ecosystem before. So they're completely new. Probably that's not the OGs. Because the OGs being more or less positive since the beginning, because Telegram already has a track record of releasing on-chain assets.
Right.
And you could go and open the chart right now and share the screen if you wish for Telegram anonymous numbers. They've been released about 2 years ago. Go check it out. Go check the chart. I mean, I don't have more comments to convince you. It's like Telegram got this track record, and then, I mean, you can believe whatever you want, but in 2 years, I would assume that would be a similar story. And then, unless it's proven otherwise, I don't have reasons to believe that it would. That's where I am with this,
I like it. And listen, a lot of these come from community, so don't shoot.
Yeah, and that's a great question. No, that's what I'm saying is like, because that's an important point to address.
Agreed.
And I think the fact that gifts are actually released only by Telegram itself, that there is no third-party developers, it's what ensures the even further safety, because there is no founder to rock or make responsible for not doing anything. No, they're released as gifts. They're gifts, they're collectibles. Nothing else, released by Telegram themselves. It's official thing. It's like that. That's all. And any utility that creates around them, it's builders doing something around them. It's not Telegram. Telegram just released this piece of technology, and I'm sure they're gonna just leave it to develop on its own, and it will, because that's how it's already happened before. So I'm not saying of something, just assuming. I just saw this already happening, and I would think it would happen again, and it's already happening.
I'm sure.
Like, to my point, there's already at least 10 mini apps that I know that integrated gifts, and there is more that gonna do really cool games. I'm gonna write about this later on. I still keep it for later,
And this is what I like. I like getting you a little bit fired up, because like with some of these questions. Here's the next one. You ready? So somebody writes in, Telegram's integration with Ton is hailed as seamless, but some developers complain about complexity. Is Ton really bad? Is really ready for mass adoption, or is this just hype?
Yeah, so the complexity for developers is there, but that's also the beauty. Because if you really want to build some cool product, you really have to come in here and be a dedicated builder that will learn a lot about those little things. In particular, the coding language for Ton is what's challenging for many. But it's got updated. It got a little bit more simple, more strict to the line, and we have a great documentation at this point done in English and Mandarin. So if people need help in the development sense, now they have all the resources accessible to them. And there is even the YouTube workshops hosted by some people of our team on our YouTube that you could watch. In case you're a developer, you will find a way to do it. But this complexity level of development is what also preventing people launching complete nonsense applications too, in a sense, right? Because they need to learn how to do it proper way before they go and be able to launch something like this.
What is the language, Victor, for the programming language for Ton?
It's Tact. So yeah, there is several, but Tact is, I'd say, the main one. And it is very different from the, for example, what EVM has with Solidity. Is really like a different animal. So in a sense, it does
being built right now, like from Ton to Ethereum. I mean, I'm sure that there's bridges that already exist at this point.
Yes, there are bridges that exist.
Sidechains?
This is a great question. So there are a few that try to do that. Yes, that we're aware of. We're very neutral toward them, but they do great progress as well on their own. But what I want to say is that we do have bridges, first of all, incredible ones. And then the biggest one is Stargate and Layer Zero, which is accessible to you across, like, you know how many chains integrated to Layer Zero. So it's like, if you want to bridge from Ethereum to Ton, go use a Stargate. It works. It's seamless. It's proven technology with a big track record, and God knows how many ecosystems integrated, including Arbitrum, Ethereum, Solana, you name it. And so if your problem is to bridge to Ton, Stargate is a perfect solution. And there is more, of course. But Ton itself is not building a bridge between Ethereum and Ton. So that's integrations and builders who do it. But what Ton Core is doing, though, it's very important to highlight, is building bridge between Bitcoin and Ton called TGBTC. And this is going to happen somewhere this year that is going to go live on the mainnet. So,
TGBTC.
Yes.
Okay, I need a little bit more. Like you said, when on mainnet and how? Like, give me some details.
Well, I mean, assuming from the roadmap of Ton Core, if no changes from their end, that probably will happen in the summer. But I would say probably Q3. Well, definitely this year, because it really depends on Ton Core and if they run into any issues, critical errors, etc. You know how development of such a cool technology goes sometimes. So,
of course.
But I would say it will be this year, and the communication was before done. That is going to be somewhere in the summer. But so definitely we're looking this year.
So you're saying, so with all of, because I mean, I'm in a lot of different chats. Obviously, like I'm heavy in the Bitcoin L2 community as well, within the Stacks community. And there's a ton of other, like obviously EVM chains. So this is now going to be something completely separate. This is going to be. Are you working with any other like protocols to kind of like implement this now that we maybe names that we know of, or is this going to be totally custom in terms of you guys?
That's totally custom. That's Ton Core who is doing that. So it's an innovation. It's like I think there is several different companies that trying to also do like in a sense bridge of BTC to their network. Another one was Coinbase, I believe. And we actually are very welcoming to this competition because we want to see more usage of Bitcoin across board, across all the chains. It's not just winning for Ton and Telegram ecosystem, but about crypto winning in general at a big scale. So it's an interesting one. Somewhere this year, more information will be released, but that's going to be pretty impactful too.
That's I mean, that is massive news.
And by the way, all this is public since like the beginning of this year. It's like it's not that I'm leaking you something. It's public, bro.
And that's what I'm telling you. Like the majority of times, people need. This is why I think shows like this are so valuable, is because we don't know like where to go look through, where to find the like how long ago did news drop or come out. We don't know. So I think this is like going one-on-one with you is amazing. Wait, so does Ton blockchain do you guys hold Bitcoin? Like, do you guys have like a Bitcoin treasury by any chance, or no?
No. So I don't know the answer on that, and I would assume probably no.
Okay.
I'm not the right person to ask. I'd say maybe our leadership is a better people to ask. Yeah, but what I can tell you that the Ton Foundation and overall is non-profit organization. So it's existing on the donations from miners, and then it existing to help the ecosystem develop at scale, create those support programs, etc. So it is really a combination of community contribution that then forms the official organization.
I don't think people really understand like what Telegram is, because the same way that you just mentioned about like Telegram Foundation and donations from miners, that's how.
No, I meant Ton Foundation, not even Telegram, because it's also another thing. People mistaken Telegram and Ton into one thing. They are not. Different. So Telegram released originally Ton blockchain as the technology, but then they abandoned the project completely. And it's active community of developers who overtook it. And then it formed the foundation as completely separate entity that Telegram don't really have any control over. But Ton Foundation recently this year partnered with Telegram to make Ton exclusive blockchain for everything Telegram mini app ecosystem related. All the integrations happening in Telegram, such as gifts, etc., anonymous numbers, usernames, everything is on Ton. The creators' revenue payouts, which is 50%. Also paid out in Ton, etc. So Ton is powering the Telegram economy as a technology. So in this regard speaking, I will transcript it in different form. Telegram is the biggest user of Ton, technically speaking.
Yeah.
So it's like, if any other social media will want to integrate Ton and its functions and its marketplaces, they are welcome to do it. We have APIs open. It's like, please go ahead, So to the point, Telegram is just using Ton as the underlying tech to make this ownership as possible within its ecosystem. But they are not the same. They are two separate things, and we don't really talk to Telegram besides, like some important integrations at time, like I've mentioned. Yeah.
So I know that you guys obviously announced Grok recently. There was Grok that's going to be native. I think that was on Telegram, but
Telegram
not on
side.
right on the Telegram side.
But we are very welcoming to that because
Elon?
we're happy to see the link between Pablo Durov and Elon. I also wrote a post about this. I've break it down with everything we know so far. But Grok integration into Telegram is going to be very powerful. So far, what I have understood from Pavel's tweet, it's going to be a really deep level integration. It's not just on the surface, but it's like Grok for X, in a sense, this type of level.
Yeah.
And we will see how is that going to be done, because once again, they still have to sign everything and make it legally approved until it's actually the case of integration. But this is very positive news. And we do celebrate important steps with innovation that Telegram does, because very often it ties back into using Ton blockchain for its needs. So yeah, we are very happy to see that Telegram finally did the step further of integrating Ton now officially, but at this point is a complete separate technology, not developed by Telegram itself or controlled by them.
Does X integrate Ton at some point? Like, what's the deal?
Bro, give a call to Elon. Can we get him here on stream and say, hey, bro, can you integrate Ton? Our community wants it. That would be where we are at,
Yeah, would be fucking. That would be some wild news.
I mean, let's give Elon a call. Let's get him on this stream and see what his thoughts. But I mean, other than this, I really have nothing else to say. But technically speaking, it would be possible if X decides to. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, fair. All right, I got a couple more questions before we get into some of the fact or fiction, myths or truth stuff. There's chatter that Ton's growth is mostly driven by a handful of jurisdictions. How real is the global adoption story?
Okay, well, this is a great question. And I think at some point it's being seen that the Ton community and Ton blockchain is expanding toward the particular regions. But it's good that they start with the adoption overall. Now we are targeting more American market as well as the European. It also relates to us opening new hubs, hiring new people at those positions, etc.
Right.
But to my point, with the previous leadership, Steve Yoon, who's been the president of Ton Foundation before Manuel Stotz took over, he's been leading the expansion in Asia. And we've got enormous community in Asian region and in South Pacific as well. I mean, with gifts, I think you really see very little of what Chinese speaking community is posting. I've seen a lot because they tag me as well. And I could tell you now it really becomes a massive global discussion, but it started not even with the mini apps. With mini apps, the Americans and Europeans been a little bit more skeptical. Hamster Combat blow up everyone's attention, of course. But then after that, this market's been more or less cold. They've got very interested in more Degen-like activities, which been brought by the NFTs right now. And so now we see a lot of interest cross-board. It's a lot of new people coming from American region. It's a lot of people coming from European region. A lot of Chinese speaking communities are very active. It's like Russian speaking community is on fire. I mean, if you saw their discussions, you would understand. But they are really in love with gifts. They also want to see new markets and new people entering, and it's incredible results that have been achieved. And for all of it, also we should give a credit to Mr. Freeman, who is the founder of Tonal Marketplace, because he pioneered with creating the marketplace for Telegram NFT gifts. And all the functions that all we today use for trading them, that all other marketplaces are adopting, he created them. He invented them. Mr. Freeman Ton.
Mr. Freeman.
Yeah, I mean that's who he is. I don't have another answer for you. But
I
yeah,
thought Freeman was the last name. I was like, wait, what's the first name? I thought you were gonna give me some regular
but he only got
Freeman.
the nickname like this. But then look, Tonal Marketplace several times had more volume in NFTs throughout the day than an entire Ethereum blockchain.
I
That's the
love that.
level of success he achieved. And he was the first. He has the most functions and the most trust, and still the most dominance and volume in the market.
Oh,
So that's well deserved. And shout out to him because he made
shout
it
out to
possible.
Freeman Ton. Let's
Just
go.
as much as we on the side of community shared that to the public and how to interact with this, he's done this tremendous development work, which is a great success.
I like it. I like it. I like it. All right, I got one more before we're gonna move on to the next segment. What's one controversial truth about Ton or Telegram's Web3 push that most insiders won't say on record?
I mean, the most controversial truth is that community done much more to push things further than everyone else would think. That is the controversial truth. I'd say sometimes like the community does much more impact than the foundation or the marketing, because they are the ones that are actually creating this excitement and interest in the first place. And when people think, and it's often happens, oh, that's because of XYZ. No, it's because of the community. And then we saw what's happening here, how active they are. And we just contributed and that accelerated. But that was a community. So in regards, for example, with gifts, in fact, a lot of OGs and the KOLs and Ton ecosystem that have been always posting about Ton, our updates, etc., even they've been late to the gifts. Even they didn't care at first.
Yeah.
So they also didn't win majorly because they didn't buy like Plush Pepe at $30 either. So to my point, that's a good example of what happened today with gifts and stickers where actually the community wins.
Yeah.
I think this is one of those very rare moments where community really understands that too to some degree. And it is fabulous sight to see. So I think it's going to continue to develop further as a market, and we will see what happens to it in like 2, 3, 5 year time. But I'm very excited for this innovation, if you ask me overall, because I love NFTs, I love crypto, and I love Web3. So
bro, yeah, I mean, you're preaching to the choir here. And I'll say this much too, like, right, to all the viewers that are listening now too. If you guys watched Alpha League Live 2 that we just did with the Sign founder, with Shin, he was literally saying the same thing. Like, I asked him the exact same question, and he's like, people do not realize that community is the thing that drives everything. He's literally like the chief reply guy for Sign. I mean, he's in everybody's comments. He's replying to the entire community. And I think people, I mean, I've realized this since the beginning, but I'm so glad that you guys are now like really raising this, like the voice that gets louder in a way, because community is the lifeblood of this whole Web3 shit, in my opinion. Like, without community, you genuinely have nothing. And I mean, loyal community, people who stick around, right? So it's like, you guys, it sounds to me that the founders that I've been talking to are building based around what the community is what you're seeing in the marketplace, what you're hearing the community want, and what you're foretelling as well at the end of the day, like of what is to come. So I don't know. I'll give you the tip of the cap, honestly, like, because you guys genuinely do see it. And this is something that I see so clearly, that I've seen it so clearly for so long. So kudos to you, Victor, on that one, for real. You're the second founder now to be able to say that exact same thing and answer that question.
I'm not the founder. I'm just the community lead.
Yeah.
I'm giving credit where it's due. You know, it's I cannot claim it. No one in foundation can, because that was the community that got together, and not just like one branch of community. Getting back to our conversation earlier, but it's a global community. It's Russian-speaking people, Chinese-speaking people, people from England, a lot from Europe, and some from the US that were since the beginning. Guys, this is massive. And they've been constantly pushing. Even today, it's like they covering all the news, what's happening completely independently. And I often use them as a reference instead, even.
Yeah, look at this. We got some comments coming in the chat. Ton is the alpha. I'm all about the gifts and the stickers. Shout out to my man AMG. Alpha. Yeah. Listen, it is what it is.
Bro, entered the chat.
Yeah. So check it out. So I have one more. Are there any plans to integrate NFT utilities beyond collectibles, like gaming skins, governance, or real world perks?
Oh yeah. This is, first of all, awesome question. So I will start with the real world assets, because there has been several expansions happening, which are very important to highlight. So one of them is, recently Tether launched the tokenized gold. and they pioneered with the tokenized gold launch on Ton blockchain for scalability reasons, and
okay.
they partnered directly with the open platform, who is the developer of the Telegram wallet. So the tokenized gold is accessible to you already today, already for a while, directly in your Telegram wallet. Like you can go and check it. So
Really?
to my point, this is one of the largest real world assets move up to date.
Yeah.
There is another one that is very important to highlight is Telegram is tokenizing Telegram bonds on Ton blockchain. So I think you heard the news. Of
I
course,
did.
more information is needed. Of course, it will be delivered when the time is right.
Yep.
But to my point, this is really happening.
Yeah.
And we're speaking of a lot of money of Telegram bonds
Well,
that is
you
getting
guys,
tokenized on Ton.
yeah, you guys did a bond raise. I think it was 1.7 billion to pay off like some old debt as well, like the money.
Yeah,
that
that's
raised,
what
and then
Telegram
now-
just raised. Yes,
Yeah.
and they also, I think they're tokenizing. If I'm not mistaken, I suggest to refer to official announcement, but it's at least $500 million in Telegram bonds on some blockchain.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's cool.
So that's addressing the RWA question.
Yeah.
So first of all, what was the second part? I'm sorry.
So the second one was, hold on, I'll tell you. Utility, like anything
Yeah,
real world
utility.
utility beyond like gaming. Is there going to be gaming? Like
This is perfect question as well. There is several things to mention. So first of all, the real world utility. I see one of the biggest branches is the online shopping. And today we have several platforms in the online shopping. And if you look through the report, by the way, it's on my highlights on my Twitter as well for the Telegram mini app ecosystem, you will see the percentage down and upwards in different sectors. And you will see that the e-commerce inside of Telegram with using Ton is growing. So it is happening. And it's been very predictable because if you look at the WeChat ecosystem and you ask what are the biggest businesses and the biggest players in the WeChat, you will stumble upon that this is the retail online shopping mainly that dominating completely. And so this also present in Telegram and Ton a lot. And to give you a couple examples is Uquid, which is a great online shopping platform. You can pay with Ton, USDT on Ton, etc. directly in Telegram. But there is more such use cases. For example, when there was an event happening in Singapore last year, there was a collaboration with Tada, who launched their mini app, and you were able to order taxi, pay in Ton, and get from airport to your hotel. Yeah, so all of that is already possible, is already happening, has already been done. There is more, for example, for traveling as well. You could pay with Ton, etc. You could pay for the hotels. There is a lot of different options for you to use in that regard. There is also applications such as UberPay or Holders with virtual cards of who you can go and pay at the shop with your Ton or USDT on Ton, backing your balance up.
So let's talk about this, because I saw you buy a Bentley or some crazy shit.
Oh, yes.
Like with Ton. What's the deal? Like you literally.
Yeah, so Crypto Autos integrated Ton blockchain as well into the platform, and that was the first Bentley Continental that was sold in Ton coin. That's accurate, yes.
Was it yours?
Yeah, that's also possible. So you're asking me about those uses. They're there, guys. If you want to use your Ton, go ahead. No one is stopping you. Like we are taking care of course, development of this too. And then you also asked about the gaming and collectibles.
Yeah.
Here, there is several things. First of all, the market organically develops itself out of the Telegram released assets on chain.
Yeah.
But then there is also projects such as Not Games that are like basically building Steam.0 with their inbuilt marketplace, their own inbuilt in-game assets that are on chain as well, etc. They recently released the cards. That's a good example. There's other projects such as Moon Cards that have been doing something similar or along these lines. Cadizen Gaming Center having also, they tidying it up to the token rather than the collectibles, but there has been some things done with the collectibles too on their end. And Cadizen Gaming Center this year alone will be releasing like 200 plus Telegram mini apps. They're one of the largest publishers from the WeChat. They already have successful projects. It's Cadizen, and now they are building more. So yeah, I mean, they have a lot of IPs that are going to come this year. And to be exact, from their announcements, it's over 200 that are going to be coming this year alone. I mean, I don't know the next years. That's just for that one.
Got it. Good stuff. Somebody asked, is the Bentley yours?
No. First of all, in my country, there is no point of having a Bentley. I would suggest you having something better like BMW, like I don't know, X5 or X6, like something massive. Because when it's winter and it's a shitty weather, you still want to be able to drive. On
Yeah.
Bentley, I bet you're gonna get stuck somewhere, so that's not the car for where I'm at.
Yeah.
But someone got it in Dubai, so I can say someone probably enjoying and very happy.
Nice. And what was the thing that you actually did with the Tesla? Like, what'd you do? You essentially wrapped the Tesla in like a ton wrapper? Like, is that what it was for like an event? Because I remember going to
You could also get Tesla in ton if you want their own crypto autos if you'd like to.
Keep it in
But
mind for all the whales tuning into this one. Like, yeah.
So Crypto Autos done this like promotion, and they've done it actually with several chains. They also done one with the Binance, for example. But everyone really loved the Ton wrap much more than any other. They said that's been like the most genuine and really seems so cool. I mean, Binance also had an interesting one, but the Ton one really blowed up on event, and you can see me dancing on my pin post on it. And I mean, it looks dope. It's just I have no more comments.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was a wrap done by the Crypto Autos, brought to also explain that now you can buy those things or rent those things actually using Ton if you wish.
Love it. All right.
Yep.
Let's get into our bum, 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 bum. All right, this is going to be the fact or fiction segment. You ready? So essentially, I think you've been on some of the spaces with me to know how this works, right? So I give you the statement. It could be a wild statement. It could be a super relevant statement, but you have to tell me fact or fiction. And then if you want, you can give me like a 10 or 15-second explanation as to why you think it's fact or fiction. With me?
Okay. Let's try to do it.
Here we go. Fact or fiction. Telegram stars can be purchased with fiat and crypto, making gift acquisition accessible globally. Fact or fiction?
This is true. You can buy stars on Fragment with Ton. You can buy stars directly in your Telegram with Apple Pay if you wish so. The difference here is that if you buy them with Ton, you will spend 30% less money because Apple takes 30% commission. So if you want to buy more stars and spend less money, do it via Fragment using Ton. That would be it. Yeah.
Got it. Fact or fiction? Ton's integration into Telegram makes it the easiest blockchain for mass crypto onboarding.
Oh, 100% fact. I mean, look, 3 years ago, we've been dreaming about something like this happening. Today is the reality. And if someone hasn't even tried it yet, they are making a big mistake.
Love it. Fact or fiction? The Telegram gift marketplace, the Telegram gift market's rapid price appreciation is purely speculative and unsustainable. Fact or fiction?
Neither. I'd say it's somewhere in between, actually, because there has been a blow up and there has been a cool down, and both of them happened timely, and the cool down was needed. And I've tweeted that on my page saying, "Oh, we finally see the cool down, and the prices come down a little bit." Where a lot of people right now have been actually going and scooping them. So I mean, it's totally fine, and that's how it should be. Because there's been spike of interest, and then now it's calmed down, and people continue to explore. So that's how it should work. Otherwise, that would be very weird. You've seen what happened with Aura.
Yeah.
I mean, that's not what we want here, obviously. Yeah, that's not what we want. That's not what's happening here, 100%. So it's somewhere in between answering your question.
Got it. Fair enough. All right. Fact or fiction? The Telegram gift ecosystem is dominated by a few whales controlling rare items.
No, because whales also been late to some. I mean, with some collections, it's probable. You could actually do the research. You could see the amount of like collectibles that top holders of these collections hold. I mean, that's discoverable. Yeah. And if you look at the plush peppers, then Callan T has quite amount of peppers. But the thing is, he acquired them early in stars. And then he's been buying a lot from the market too, because he wanted to complete his rare sets. So in some collections, there may be like quite amount of pieces controlled by this or that profile. But overall, I'd say it's very healthy and organic. It really depends on the collection, and people should be doing better research to understand where it's the most distributed versus not. And I mean, if you need help to research, you go ask community members in community to find information. It's like enter those Telegram chats. Come on.
Yeah. I like it. Okay. That was fact or fiction. Time out. Like you need time out.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, I think we could continue talking, but we could do a little timeout for a minute.
I love this, guys. Me and Victor spoke before the show started, and we said, "Look, we got to flex our PFPs a little bit." You know what I mean? Like, look at that. Maybe tell the story about the orange PFP guy. Like, how'd you get to become the orange?
I'm glad you asked, bro. This is a beautiful story, and this will explain also who am I as a person to a lot of people. So back in the days, I've been rocking another PFP, and it's been a tiger. And a girl in the community reached out to me in DMs saying, "Hey, I like your profile picture. I know you own it as an NFT, so I don't want like to violate IP rights or anything. But would you mind if I drew a one-on-one artwork for you with a humanized version of your profile picture?" I said, "Yes, of course. I would be happy. Like, why are you even asking me? Like, 100%, go ahead, do it." And she did create it, mint it as an NFT on Ethereum, and send it over to me. And then I decided, because of how she came to me, and that was a sincere gift. That was very sincere thing to do. That wasn't for attention. That wasn't for money. It was just a person who really liked and got the vision and wanted to do that. And I appreciate it a lot because of its sincerity. So I decided to kind of make this girl famous with just a single artwork. And today, this image has been seen online more than 2.5 billion times. And trust me, she does not struggle from not receiving enough orders to make art. But
that's nice. That's a glowing endorsement from somebody like you. I mean, if you're retweeting somebody's stuff, that's a big deal.
And bro, I've been a tiny profile back then. I had like, I don't know, 1,000 followers. It's been a very long journey. You know, it's like very long time ago. It's been several years. I'd say it was like in the first like half year since my Twitter was created, since this PFP came in. And then ever since I just use it. I actually tried changing it to my profile picture to my photo, but it doesn't really work and it doesn't look how it looked like. I like it more being on point of the orange PFP guy. I think it's even more recognizable than my face, and I don't really see the need for it to be different, to be honest.
I like it. All right, listen, guys, we took a quick TO. We wanted to show you guys the orange PFP, and now we're back. It's that simple.
No, I'm not yet. I mean, you're back. I'm not yet. But we can hold it this way,
yeah. So you guys can essentially revel in the orange PFP at the end of the day, okay?
Yeah. And then look, it happened before Ordinal. So my PFP is more legendary than the whole Ordinals thing is. It's like Ordinals is they tried to steal my brand identity. It's like they came second. The orange PFP guy was before that. And then, you know, I also was a supporter of Sign. You've mentioned you've spoken to Xin as well. I've been the supporter of Sign since day zero, before they even had a page on Twitter, from which they started interacting. Yeah, there is a photo that some people circle back in the community too, where I've posted a picture with my profile picture sticker and with the sign written on the glass on the left. And that was, I was very early on knowing about Sign. And it's tremendous result that they've got. But as the orange PFP guy, I've contributed to this orange movement as well. And I'm very happy that I've done it.
I like that. I like it. Okay. So the next part is typically where we try to humanize you. But in order to humanize you, you got to kind of come back on the screen. Yeah.
Okay.
There we go. Now, this is the segment where essentially it's like we call it WagMe Story Time. So we want to get to know you, like some of your personal stories, community stories, right? So like, where did you maybe start off? So your journey from like, how did you start? Like, I think it was content manager to essentially global community lead, right? Like you are now overseeing like everything when it comes to like community on Ton. What are some of the key moments that maybe shaped maybe the role and the vision of where you are now?
Yeah, so when I originally joined Ton Foundation, at the time there was very little presence on X.
Yeah.
And I've been someone that all he's been doing is choosing X as his main platform for the last like several years.
Yeah.
And then using it, advising other brands, projects, etc. And I've started to first of all be writing content for Ton. So some of the posts inside of our Telegram channel and on our X, like long threads, been written by me at that time. But then I've started interacting with the community, bringing importance of it. And projects start to came in, our community activities start to expand. and we start to contribute more time and resources into building it up and hosting spaces as well with the recap, news, insights, and helping community to get answers on their questions.
Yeah.
So from there, the community interactions are actually became very core, essential part. So I've transitioned from being a content manager toward now being a community lead. But it happened more not because of just getting promoted and so on. It happened because of the community themselves. Because they choose my page to be the main resource for the news.
That's
but
cool.
overall, at the time, I just feel the need because there wasn't a place where you could go and get all the legit news with the latest updates in the ecosystem with 99.9% accuracy. It just wasn't the case. So I decided to be this bridge and help to deliver those news, which I still do today, and people still reading and taking context and then resharing that further on other social media.
Yeah.
So
you
to my
created
point,
this role for yourself, essentially. Like you literally manifested and created this role for yourself.
yeah, well, that was needed because the activity
Yeah.
on X and our presence here wasn't as much, and that's the platform where the news are generated. That's the platform where all the discussion publicly happening. So I'd say the Telegram is more private community where the discussion's happening within the channels, within the communities of people.
Yeah.
Where once it gets on X, it's news.
Yeah.
So that's like a discussion of community, and that's the news that been brought, and that is a different world a little bit, but they nicely overlap together. And then the Telegram community, trust me, they're reading X. Trust me, they're reading Tom Blockchain page and my page, and they are commenting on things as well as maybe other people that are part of Tom Foundation too. So they do care. But many of them are choosing not to come to Twitter still. They choose to stay in Telegram, take the context out of X, and then discuss it in Telegram instead. They do the screenshots and they go, oh, here is this. What do you think about this? Or commenting, instead of like publicly, they just do it privately in the Telegram channels. Yeah. And it's at times even better because sometimes they comment on some of the frustrations that are related to the builders. And because they do it in Telegrams rather than publicly, the amount of hate and exposure toward this negativity is also lower. Sometimes they really go ballistic when all the community doesn't like something. It goes ballistic anyways. But if it's more or less 50-50, the main discussion will happen inside of Telegram while the news will stay on X. That's usually the dynamic in this regard.
I love that, man, because it's like, I
those Telegram communities help me do the research, though. You don't know, they don't know. It's maybe the first time you're mentioning. I'm reading all these channels because I do speak Russian as well. It's my first language. And I read these channels, and sometimes I do the research thanks to them because I know they already found all the information. I don't need to spend an extra 2 hours just digging for this. It's right there with the links, with proofs that I may want and need to actually go and see and do something with it. So
I like that.
For me, it became very important how the ecosystem functions and how they are discussing things as well, because I'm taking context also often out of there. And then the comments and relevant things and some improvements across the time that we're making sometimes also relates to the feedback that the community globally explaining across different channels, not just X, but the Telegram too. We see them, we know about their existence, and we read them ourselves. Yes, they see us, we see them. It's like it goes both ways, It's like it's not that we don't know or not aware. And if they're watching right now, guys, I love you. Keep on doing you. We gotta keep on doing us. And let's get in touch and streamline our connection even better so we could do even more as an ecosystem, as one global community. But with gifts and stickers, there is a lot of unity being brought. This is one of the factors that is more rare, because with airdrops, there wasn't as much unity, I'd say, as there is in collectibles. Some people love the airdrops, some people hate the airdrops. Some people said, oh, it's great that they came. Some people said that they hate the fact that Notcoin ever created the clicker. It's like, it's very different words, And with collectibles, people are like, oh yeah, that's collectibles. We could find something for ourselves, something smaller, something bigger, something more diversified in the sense of ownership. So they really get around the collectibles, and it's massive community across all the markets, even US entering aggressively. I think you see Azuki bought Plush Pepe, Lucanets bought Plush Pepe, Snoop Dogg is rocking Plush Pepe. You understand what I'm trying to say here, right?
I get it. Yeah.
It's like they recognize. Yeah.
Yeah. I get it. Tell me the craziest or funniest community reaction that you've ever witnessed during this explosive growth phase that Ton is going through right now? What's the funniest or craziest maybe community reaction or interaction that you've had so far?
Yeah, I'll tell you. This actually happened accidentally. And that was a perfect example of what I would love to see happening more often.
Tell me.
When the USDT on Ton launch was about to happen, I've actually took the old visual that already was shared on our blog by us a long time ago. It's the same image that already existed. So it's not a new one. It's important in this story. And I made the GM post with this image, but it'd been highlighting several logos, including USDT. And then the speculation that was created around this topic, and the announcement was coming next day, and it was perfect time because that wasn't intentional. That was accident, and it really played out well. But the discussion that happened in Telegram, what this means, and they've been literally circling with red around the Tethered logo, saying, "Oh, is it that or that? What does it mean, etc." It went so ballistic, and the next day the announcement went so well, and it's been one of the best launches, like in terms of stable coins across all the blockchains, I'd say. And it's built phenomenal. But to my point, that was like I think the funniest story, because that was not a pun intended, and that was not new visual. That was old image, and it just happened this way that the stars aligned into this being the case. I did not streamline this discussion. We did not ask anyone. It's just happened organically on its own, and the level of speculation was exactly as we would love to see, rather than going aggressively. Oh, that means XYZ. No, they didn't know what it actually means. They went into discussing it. So that's what I liked in that, because that was not a leak of an announcement. That was a discussion.
I love it, man. I love it. And as you hear that little bloop in the background, those are my Telegram messages. And as I'm looking at it now, I'm literally, because I'm constantly like putting it after every space, somebody, because I'm talking about stickers and GIFs and all of it, every single space, like legitimately. And after every single space, I'm constantly putting this one in the group chat with that one. So Alex is constantly getting messages from me. And I just saw a specific type of pet that might be coming to the platform as well also. So yeah, everybody's getting involved here, man. I'm telling you. And some of these memes and these meme coins now, and the IP that's coming over to Sticker Shop is going to be crazy, man. This is wild. But Victor, I love that story, bro. I think it's amazing, right? Like nothing fuels, the way I see this is FOMO is a real fucking thing out here in Web3, period, like point blank. And nothing fuels this market more than ultimately speculation and FOMO. If you have that, people love speculating. The degens love it. So I'm all about it. Tell me about what are maybe some of the biggest challenges faced onboarding, what are the biggest challenges faced onboarding non-crypto native Telegram users into Ton's ecosystem?
Yeah, that's a great question. I think the biggest challenge is those people that are new to crypto is not understanding what is crypto and how it works.
Right.
Because a lot of people, like, and I mean in magnitude of thousands, okay, not just hundreds or couple, saying, oh, why Ton doesn't take action of this and that project's been launched? Well, because we are the open network and just the blockchain that doesn't have any power over it. It's like, that's what crypto is. That's why we all love Bitcoin, because it's permissionless and you could transact worldwide and no one can say no to you. So it's the same with Ton. So the biggest challenge here is that people don't understand that the Ton is just a piece of technology that even enables those airdrops, just this ownership and nothing more. And then, yes, there's going to be good actors, there's going to be bad actors, there's going to be successful examples, there's going to be failures. But it doesn't mean or anyhow relate to what we're doing. It relates to the builders that are building and their relationship, the amount of money they got from VCs, the amount of money they generate for revenue inside of their mini app, etc. All of these important factors. And I think for people, what's crucial is to learn to do their research and understand that the blockchain itself is not responsible for what people build on top. But that is the biggest challenge toward all the new people came in, because we're speaking of hundreds of millions, right?
Yeah.
And all of them is like, oh, but why Ton doesn't prevent this from happening? Because we can't. It's like it. Otherwise, it's like you're speaking of complete centralization. And the one entity that can do something about this, which is actively, by the way, doing, is Telegram themselves. because that's their platform. They own it. And their support in this regard is getting better and better. They do control a lot of channels, in particular if they are really malicious, etc. So I'd say that for people, it's important to understand Ton is not here responsible, the one to tag, the one to express their feedback to, but Telegram may be. Because then the Telegram team could address, oh, okay, people don't like when that's happening, so how do we go about this? And I believe one of the reasons for this exclusive partnership with Ton Foundation and Telegram was how angry community was about the fact being deceived. Because there are projects that said, oh, we're a Ton project, we're launching on Ton, etc., and then launched on another blockchain. And it's not even about the size of airdrop that people got. It's about the fact that all the community got deceived about what is actually going to happen in fact.
Right.
And it's a different story if a builder's transparent since the beginning. And you cannot say, oh, we didn't know. No, you did know. You said that you're going to be launching on Ton. You went launched elsewhere. And community did not like it. Today, it is not possible. And if anyone does it or tries slightly, at least to go in this direction, their mini app will be deleted because violating Telegram policy. But I mean, that had to happen. And that was due to the community feedback. And that wasn't our fault at Ton that those builders choose to do such a thing. It's being the fault of those builders and of Telegram not having this policy in place before. Today, that's just never going to be the case again.
Fair. We got a question from the crowd. It says, Victor. Well, first he says, Stickman says, first time seeing Victor. So you're welcome, Stickman. Let's go. He says, do you think there's going to be meme coin hype on Ton?
I think there is being already, and since you've already all guys seen the size of this community and how degen they could really be, it's important to firstly address the issues why meme coin hype is not really happening on Ton now. And why it's not happening is because the chain needs to be upgraded. And Ton Core is actively working on that. In the latest report, they said that now they are in the testnet phase already with the accelerator upgrade. So it's going to be coming soon. But the main issue is the speed to finality. So the transaction per second are going very quick on Ton. And I want to make that clear. There is no issue in the throughput. The issue is speed to finality that needs the improvement. And Ton Core been working on that. And so the accelerator upgrade will address this. So then making the meme coin experience and trading much more sleek. But what's important to highlight, people mistakenly think that no one is actually taking care or caring for meme coins on Ton. Because a big portion of on-chain activity, I'd say, like some reports suggest that at times it's been up to 1/5 part of all on-chain activity is coming from meme coins. So to say that there is no meme coins or that there is no interest, that would be a complete lie. It's just they are not booming at the scale of, complete explosion of interest and activity. And that's due to the fact that the trading experience is yet could be improved, and it has to be improved. And in fact, it will be. So once it is, it will be a different story a little bit.
Yeah, and I appreciate the honest assessment. Honestly, like it's not many people that'll come on and just say that, but I appreciate that. Like what I guess what is the core team doing to upgrade? Is there going to be, because I know obviously like based on like the language you mentioned earlier, is it going to be similar to like maybe like optimistic rollups? Like how are you guys going to be able to, the throughput's not a problem, but if it's the finality part, what do you guys like? Is there any insight maybe you can give us?
Yes. Well, I cannot give it to you because I'm not technical and don't remember the exact wording, but you could read that in the official report by the Ton Core. It is also in my highlights on my page. You'll find the Ton Core report for May. And there is going to be the information about the accelerator upgrade, what it exactly means, how they do that, and at what stage they are. All the information is in this document. And if anyone wants to refer, please go ahead, click and read. Thank you.
All right, good stuff. Okay, this is the part of the show now where you're going to have to ultimately leak some shit, okay? You're going to have to leak some fucking alpha. You're going to have to tell us like what's good. So I need to know first and foremost, is there some sort of secret upcoming collab or project migration or new IP to Ton, to Telegram stickers, GIFs, anywhere that the community should be getting excited about that you can now drop on this channel?
Well, I can say that first of all, there is quite amount of announcement and things going to happen today still. I can't tell you even when. So it's going to be in 2 hours. You will know exactly what you're asking about. But yes,
Come on, listen, there's only like 5,000 people watching on the WagMe channel, 2,000 on my channel, and maybe another 5 or 10,000 other places, bro. It's not that many of us, man. Hook us up.
Yeah, well, in 2 hours you will know. It's like, look, if it was 2 days away, I understand. Then I would have said a couple more words, but it's 2 hours away. So just wait a little bit. You will see, and trust me, you will not miss this one.
Okay.
But yes, you're right that there is more IPs that are interested in coming to Telegram and so on. And I think it's been very evident on the timeline with him just this week alone, because we already got several this week alone that came in, including Chimpers, including Kazuki, etc. And then Snoop Dogg just released the video that he's cooking something else. And I will give you exclusive link. Check where is he located when he released this video. What is the exact spot that he is in? Maybe I gotta click. But we're gonna leave it at that. Snoop Dogg is cooking something, and he publicly said that on his Telegram channel, and being in the place where he would be cooking, So,
okay.
I mean, I don't know myself what it will result in and what exactly he is working on, but I know that he's cooking something, and paying attention to him and speculating about that probably is relevant. Yeah.
Okay. So essentially, guys, listen, you heard it, right? Where is Snoop Dogg located in that video that he put out on his Telegram channel? So giddy up, hurry up and go find that out. And somebody DM me on Twitter and message me on Telegram and let me know what's what. All right. Any bold predictions for Ton's price or user growth by the end of 2025?
Yeah, so in terms of price, I cannot legally comment, unfortunately, because no one knows the future, and it really depends on so many different factors. But in terms of the user base expansion, I could say my insight would be that, in my perspective, we have bottomed at the traffic for the Telegram mini apps, and my assumption would be that from here, we would only see the up price and activity. I think also similarly with the collectibles, they're going to be integrated into the gaming, which is going to drive a whole new wave of interest as well to both, to the gaming and to the collectibles. And in fact, it's already happening, and there is a couple brands that are doing that, and those news been public as well. For example, Olympics powering the Pudgy Penguins game that is going to be released next week on Wednesday. And there is over 2 million people on the wait list already. And they are not going to be doing an airdrop. They're going to have a game where you can win actual ton, but you have to compete for it, and you can lose as well.
It's
so
like Dookie Dash Part 2? Like what
well,
is that what this is?
I think they actually have shared a little bit inside how it would look like, but I don't know entirely like what the gameplay mechanics will be. I think we will know just about the next week. And there is another one, sneak peek was, I actually think a lot of people did not pay attention to this, but yesterday, Goat Gaming dropped the post with showing a little bit of the Plush Pepper game that is coming. If you really pay attention to this post, to the bottom left corner, you will see literally sneak peeks of the game. So, and a lot of people never saw it probably because they haven't paid attention, but it's also very interesting. So there's a lot of happening in the sense of game development further, and people integrating gifts too. There is several big projects that are already known as well, that been looking into it and doing one thing or another and thinking what they could or should do next as well. So it's expanding very organically. And I feel like at this point, all the interest that there is in mini apps and games is very genuine, and the people that just care to use them. So from here, it will be once again the word of mouth and maybe some viral game that would once again explode down the line and would then streamline a lot more attention toward all the different applications. What we don't have today is the concentration of one app, and I would assume that we are not really going to have a concentration on a single app anymore, because there are options today. For example, if you like playing idle games, you can go play idle games. You like shooting games, you can go play shooting games. You like airdrop farming and clicking on your screen, go ahead. There's a dozen of this. So you got my point. Today, it's a choice of what you want to do in the ecosystem. It's not like there's a single app that everyone is talking about. And my prediction would be that they're going to continue to accelerate, and the natural interest is going to flow into the projects, games that people like and use naturally, rather than because of just the hype and FOMO around the entire ecosystem of the mini apps itself. And I think we're going to see much better marketing as well from many of those brands, because now the market becomes competitive, since it's not just a single mini app that is exploding. And how do they capture traffic to them instead of their competitor?
True.
That's the question to those teams to answer, not to me. That's up to them to unlock this billion monthly active users of Telegram, and that's up to them to spend this budget to go hire KOLs and etc. So, and those reply guys to their pages.
There you go. See, reply guys are a thing, man. I got to get into the reply guy business. Or just guys, come to WagmiHub. And like you guys know that we're the one-stop shop on the media side out here, man. We're crushing the Twitter Spaces game. Come on, be smart. Hit us up. Let's go. All right, let me see what else we got here. Are there plans to expand the collectible gifts concept beyond Telegram into other messaging or social platforms?
Well, you see, that's not the question to ask necessarily us other than these platforms. Because the good question here would be, why haven't they just gone and integrated? Do they need any help? Are they aware they can? Do they want it? Can they legally do it? And it is not a question to us because once again, our APIs are public. You can go and use ToneKeeper API. You can use Tone API.
Right.
Like those things are accessible. Documentation is public, so they can see the example of what Telegram done and how they implemented that, and they come up with their own solution, powering that with our APIs and streamlining the same thing. So if they want, they technically speaking can do it, but it's up to them. And I think no one knows the future, but we will see how's that going to play out. So far, Tone integrated only inside of the Telegram ecosystem out of all the social apps. But it's also important to remember that we have massive wallets, and people forget. We have ToneKeeper, for example, and I've mentioned them before. Yeah. They're one of the OG wallets and one of the biggest wallets in crypto at scale. They have, 75, 80 million users. And Tone is integrated in Telegram mini apps. They are integrated as dApps inside of the ToneKeeper as well. Yeah. But ToneKeeper is not the social media application, yet it got like tens of millions of users. So
yeah.
To my point, if anyone else would love to integrate Tone the same way, they are very welcome to do it. And it could be the marketplaces, it could be the social medias, etc. You name it. But it's in their hands to do it. And if they want to get in touch, they surely can send us a DM. We are very open to have a conversation.
All right. So we said before, maybe there's Elon phone calls happening. We're trying to kind of like drum up some Elon convos. There's no Zuckerberg conversations happening, right? Like nothing on WhatsApp.
I mean, look, they just made the encryption possible. They're happily announcing it in 2025.
Congrats,
you know what? In 2035, they will start discussing blockchain. No worries. We're going to wait. It's totally fine.
Yeah, he's still trying to figure out Diem and Libra, bro. Don't worry about it. He's still trying to figure out a token, so don't stress. You good. Okay.
No comments, just,
Yeah. I love it. All right. Listen, we're wrapping up. I know we've been going for almost 75 minutes. So I don't want to keep you too much longer, but I'll give you the rapid fire questions, right? Favorite Telegram sticker or gift that you own? Name one.
My favorite gift actually is the Scare Cat, the model with the red eyes. And the reason for that is because I find it the most unique gift out of all. And I only have 2 of them. So it's not that I'm just kind of trying to show my back. Not at all, because I don't have 10. I have only 2. And I have them not for the purpose of selling. One is on my profile, one is on the profile of my channel. Obviously, I'm not selling either of them, but that is my number one. And then after that is an entire collection, and it would be plush peppers.
Do you hold WagmiHub stickers or what? You know we have stickers on the sticker shop.
I do know you have stickers. I'm not sure I was able to get it in time. They've been sold out.
What? Bro.
How quick did you sell out? Tell me the number.
I mean, it was pretty quick actually. We did
so I mean, we will leave that to the secondary market. Once it cools down, I will be able to grab there some. But
okay,
yeah.
fair. Yeah. All right, final shots. Here we go. ETH or Ton?
Ton.
Okay. Most underrated Ton project right now.
Most underrated Ton project. Holy shit.
Yeah.
I actually. I'd say it's not even a project, it's an ecosystem of its own inside of Ton. It's CAT is an ecosystem. And the reason I say so is because they are massive publisher with massive backing, with over 10 years of experience and so many IPs to be launched. And people don't have enough conversations around this, if at all.
Yeah.
Because look, if there is a publisher that been doing that for over 10 years and they are ready to deploy in a single year over 200 games, I think this is fucking serious.
That is
And I
pretty
think community should be like, wait, what is this project he mentioned? Let us at least look what they've done.
Yeah.
So you at least understand the context a little bit back. But that would be probably not undervalued, but a little bit under discussed. Let's put it this way. Yeah. Because it has pretty good valuation.
Okay. I'm going to put you on the spot on this one. Best meme coin or sticker community?
Best meme coin community, there is two inside of the Ton ecosystem, in my opinion. That would be Resistance Doc and UTA. They are the most powerful communities that Telegram OG based that evolved into getting on Ton when Ton became a thing. It's like they existed before Ton were existing. And so today, they are, of course, a meme community inside of this ecosystem, but it's Resistance Doc and UTA. And I really love that these guys never gave up and continue to push constantly and write content, do visuals, raid together, chat in this Telegram, underground floors, channels, they're doing it all. And they've been doing it for years at the worst market, at the peak market. They don't care. They're always there.
Love it. What was the last Telegram chat that made you laugh out loud?
Well, sticker store going down today because Azuki just launched their stickers, and I was like, it happened again. Thank you. I can go to shower now.
Yeah, those are
so that was
problems.
Yeah, that was it. I mean, I have that was the one I've literally before I joined here. So
yeah, you're good. Who's the next Ton community leader to watch?
I mean, I would suggest that reading Max Crown, our CEO, will become very essential. He's going to become more and more active, and also he could be quite vocal about quite amount of things inside of Ton ecosystem as well. So reading his page will be very, very crucial going further. And one of the things is I've tried to help also create a concentration of attention on his page with our team, because that is going to help them to further streamline the vision and the actions of the leadership that they want to streamline themselves. And today, Mac's page is exploding. It's already surpassed like 60,000 followers. Wow. So people are eagerly waiting for updates from him, and they're reading. It's Max Crown, but I will tell you his handle in a sec.
Yeah.
And a lot of people are reading his page, and I would say that it's important to be reading his page. So it's Crown Max. In one word.
Got it. Crown Max. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Got it. All right, last 2 or 3 questions, and then I'm letting you go, I promise. Who should we bring on Alpha Leak next from the Telegram or Ton ecosystem?
Bring Pavel Durov, and then the number 2 character that is a little easier to bring Zenith. Right. If Pavel Durov is not working out, bring Zenith. It will be a good one as well. But if you get a chance to get a Pavel Durov here, that will be the best one.
That'd be nice. That would be real nice. Give us your last Wagmi take. What should the Ton and Telegram community be watching for in the next 3 months?
They should understand that Ton ecosystem right now is at the point where it is forming the market. So the community is the one that is doing so. And going further, once the market formation is going to be more or less complete by the community themselves, it will become much more clear what is going to be the most successful case studies going further. So what I suggest to pay attention is to this market formation across all the different vectors. That includes DeFi, that includes collectibles, that includes meme coins, that includes RWA assets, because as the market forms, there is usually the opportunity to capture for yourself before the masses really discover it at the level of virality that Telegram has. So that would be my take.
I like it. Last one. For anyone still sleeping on Telegram's Web3 revolution, what's your 1-sentence pitch to wake them up?
I mean, just come and give it a try. Open a single mini app and try playing a game, like, I don't know, Ton Battleground, so you understand what it's actually all about. Because people think, oh, it's a simple apps where I just click on my phone. No, you have a full-scale battle royale games as Call of Duty inside of your Telegram without the need to download. That is sleek experience with Web3 integration in it and real prizes to be won on the weekly basis. It's like you just have no idea, but it's all there and it all works. And you still don't need to download a single application to be able to use it other than Telegram itself. So yeah, give a try, for example, Tone Battleground if you never experienced a single mini app, and you will understand what I mean.
Incredible. Victor, that's it, man. That's all I got, dude. You've been an amazing guest, an amazing sport. You dropped incredible alpha today. I mean, look, like the Telegram digital economy is essentially where everyone needs to be. The Tone blockchain is where developers need to go, and people need to start really, really paying attention to everything that's going on out here. So I just want to say thank you, man. Like, this was super, and thank you for being candid, honest, direct. Like, this is why we really host these, like for the Wagmi fam and for obviously all of your followers, hopefully. And it was incredible, man. So I just want to say thank you, and best of luck in the future. I'm looking forward to this, and we got to do a part 2 probably in about like 3 to 6 months or so we can see exactly where this stuff is going, see if some of these predictions came true, you know?
Absolutely. Well, thank you for having me. And I think throughout the next, I'd say 6 months, we're going to see a lot of brands coming in with interest and already releasing something.
Ooh.
And yeah, so keep
like
watching.
That.
Keep enjoying, keep participating, and have fun, guys. At the end of the day, have fun.
And yo, DGens, we're launching a premium sticker marketplace for Ton soon. Minimal fees, top tier vibes. Stay tuned. I don't know. Tag who you want for the next Alpha League in the comments, guys. We'll talk to y'all later. Peace.
See ya.